a lot of people complain that we talk about fan bases and Twitter fan bases too much. Well, skip the next 5 minutes because we're about to talk about a Twitter fan base. I have never in my life, I
was shocked
in the 4 years of doing this show, experienced something like I experienced with a certain Twitter fan base this week.
Onslaught.
Last week, 2 weeks ago now, Jack put out his top 10 most annoying fan bases on Twitter, and they went exactly how you thought they'd go. Was Oklahoma there? Yeah, they were number one. Was Alabama there? Yeah. Was Tennessee there? Yeah. Everybody you think was going to be there was there. A team that wasn't there decided, I guess in the last week, said, you know what, we're making that list next year. Last week, I ranked my top 10 coaches of 2023, and I had Lance Leipold, Kansas, number 10. So did Jack. I didn't think anything more of it. I thought, okay, people will understand the fact that I don't think he's going to win a national championship, but the fact that he turned around Kansas so quickly tells me he's a great coach. Kansas State fans lost their motherfucking minds. I've never in my life, ever, have I gotten in a fight with a fan base over something I said about another team. Not once did I mention Kansas State. Not once did you mention Kansas State. And they showed up in droves. They showed up with their ass on their shoulders, so in their feelings. They just couldn't believe it. Lance Leipold, you can't believe he's the second best coach in Kansas. Just go. You don't know ball. You fucking hillbilly redneck. You piece of shit. Mississippi State will never win. Relax. I didn't say shit about you. And it was wave after wave after wave. And there was like, every Twitter fan base has colonels and lieutenants and guys. Yeah. So I think I ran afoul of like a colonel or something in the K-State Army. And then he's like, you fucking stupid redneck, you don't know ball. I blocked him. And then his next tweet was, oh, Stu Presidente, you see how soft he is? Yeah. You want to talk or not? Shit. Did you see that reaction?
I was so shocked because sometimes we'll put out clips. They do really well. They're about fan bases we know get a lot of buzz. Yeah. And I know what you're saying. Oh, so you intentionally do? Yeah, we talk about the teams that a lot of people care about. That's how it works. But this one was, and I responded to you, the most surprised I've ever been about a tweet that got like 500,000 views on Sir Roughness Twitter because I didn't really know they were built like that. I didn't even think. I was like, oh, hopefully this gets to Kansas' side of Twitter and people get involved, or maybe like a big-time Kansas blogger will retweet
I sent it to the Kansas guy to talk about it. I didn't send it to Kansas State, didn't send it to anyone else.
And then I just was like going through the plot. I was just like, where did these people come? It felt like a coordinated attack on somebody that, like, it wasn't even Kansas State fans. It was like somebody that hated you.
Yeah.
Like, he just.
But they just got so mad. And we never mentioned the word Kansas State once.
I didn't even think about that.
Lance Leipold's doing a good job at Kansas, and I think he's a great coach. Nope, they weren't having that. They firebombed my house. It was crazy.
It's up to 730,000 too.
Views, right?
Based on Kansas State fans mad that we praised Kansas's coach. How pathetic is that?
I'm shocked. We've been in the weeds of college football Twitter for 4 years.
Yeah. Oh, we know our way around the streets.
We know the lieutenants. We shake hands at this point.
Right.
We almost respect them. We've been through some wars with you, but now we're like, you know what? We're like the families coming together.
Right. But
this was a new crew. It was like the crew out of New Jersey.
We were like hanging out at the camp with the other lieutenants, the Oklahoma guy over here, the Texas guy over here, and all of a sudden, bows and arrows.
Rebels. Yeah, they came out of nowhere. We were like, who is that? And we all looked around at each other.
We're all here. Who could be firing?
Yeah, it's like, who? What?
It was crazy. And then, I don't know, man. I've just never seen a fan base get that mad over something said nice about their rival.
Even when you say, like, oh, Kirby, I think Kansas State fans were more mad about you putting Lance Leipold number 10 than you putting Kirby Smart over Nick Saban. Bama fans being mad about that.
Yeah, Bama fans were fine.
They were like, all right, that makes sense. Yeah,
cool. I'll give them credit. Even Clemson fans took Dabo behind Harbaugh. They were like, well,
whatever.
That's fine. Kansas State fans, man, if we were doing it by a weekly basis, you would take.
That would be a cool
most
graph
fan base of the week.
This week, just like, hey, here's the power ranking.
Keep a top 5.
We could do it during the season. Yeah, it's not bad. We
get
a sponsor.
Oklahoma's still preseason number 1.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
They're
They're
the
subtweeting
Texas
us.
of preseason rankings. We're putting them up there no matter what.
And then Kansas State is Kansas State's probably ranked now. I think they're ranked. I think we got to kick UCF out.
They got a big time transfer portal coming.
They got a huge class, man. Did y'all see their spring game? It was something.
They played full pad, 60 minutes.
And listen, Kansas State, y'all got a good coach. No, y'all got a great coach.
Great coach.
Great coach.
You won the Big 12.
Who I have praised a lot on this show.
You even said it in the when we were talking about it on the show. Yes, last week, saying we were talking about maybe Sonny Dykes, but they were like, well, then you maybe have to put Chris Kleiman above him. And then we were like, that's a good point. And lo and behold.
Yeah, it was.
And then the Barstool Oklahoma State account puts out us talking about the Oklahoma 5-stars thing, and then the Oklahoma fans come out of nowhere and say, this podcast only talks about us to get clicks. We didn't even put it out.
We didn't even put it out.